Hey Aussie gamers and honorary Aussie gamers from around the world, welcome to episode 75. Today is Wednesday the 29th of April 2015 and you're listening to the Aussie Gamers Express podcast, the podcast that says "F*** you" to Jimmy Jenkins. I am your host, LewkOne, and joining me as usual is our obligatory asshole of a friend Thorncliff. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good.
Fuck, Luke.
Also joining us is our other great friend Red. How are you?
I'm absolutely fantastic, mate.
You are jolly as usual.
Yeah, it comes with the weight.
What are you waiting for? Never mind. Before we start, here's the week's show in preview. First we'll have Game Talk and what Game Talk we have. Then in the news we will cover Batman and the expansion pack. Hatred's release date, Valve paid mods, League of Legends characters, Treyarch and PC, Telltale joins forces with Marvel, Silent Hill's being cancelled, gambling in video games, and songs for Guitar Hero Live. After that, what's that sound? And then we'll bring the show home for another week. Right, now, look, with all due respect, Sean, I think Brett and I need to smash out our game talk for the week, considering I met this bastard for the first time this week. Well, I guess he met me as well.
Yeah, boy.
Wasn't that surreal and exciting? Well, for those that don't know, Red and I hadn't met prior to this gone weekend, and we've been playing video games and obviously doing the Aussie Gamers Express together. And for the last, has it been 12 months or more?
It's coming on 12 months of podcasts and just over 12 months on the page.
There you go. And I suppose I was chatting to you for probably a good 3 months before you even came onto the page or anything like that. So Red and I have known each other for a long time, but the fact that he lives in Tasmania and I live in New South Wales, the divide there meant we never actually met. And on the weekend just gone, I flew down to that map of Tassie downstairs there.
Right.
Man, well, for starters, I fucking hate aeroplanes, but at least it was worth it. It was a really, really good time. I can't say thank you enough for the time that I had. But yeah, man, stepping out of that airport, walking out and seeing this bloke with his head on fire, big red beard, larger than life fella, met you in person, man. Wasn't that a moment?
That was cool, wasn't it? I went, hey! Through the arms, it went, hey!
It was man hugs, bro hugs.
It happened. We met in the flesh.
I know. But it was just so weird, like, because for over a year, this person that I've been talking to named Red has just been this disembodied voice. And, yeah, I mean, I've seen photos on Facebook and what have you, but it's just... It doesn't translate.
Online can be deceiving, though. You really could have been a 73-year-old woman.
Well, Red's actually a 14-year-old girl.
With a red beard.
He's a fucking ugly 14-year-old girl. But no, it was really cool. And I've got to tell the story about when we paid for the parking.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, fuck. This is the excitement. We're caught up in the excitement. This is what happened. We're like, and fucking first things first, the parking, $2.
Yeah.
Do you remember how much you paid last time you went to the Sydney airport, Sean? Assuming you've been there.
Yeah, I had to take another mortgage out of my house.
Yeah. Well, I got dropped off and my wife obviously paid for the parking in Sydney and it was $30. Parking in Launceston, where I landed there, $2 is what it cost us. Fucking fantastic. But anyway, we go up to the machine. Red chucks the ticket in. I chuck the credit card in because fucking none of us had $2. Chuck it in just to pay for it. Spits out the credit card, and we fucking walked off without the parking ticket. So we get back to the car, get back to Red's car, and we get back in, and Red goes, "Did any of us grab the ticket?" I'm like, "Fuck, I didn't." And he's like, "No, I don't have it." I'm like, fuck. So I run back, and as I run back, there's a bloke standing at it. He's obviously about to use it. He pulls the ticket out, it's obviously ours, and goes, "Oh," and you could just see what he was thinking. He's like, "What's this shit?" Chucks it in the bin right next to him. I'm like, "No!" And I'm running up, and I'm thinking, fucking, here we go. Here's my very first experience in Tasmania, rifling through a bin.
Welcome to the state. When in Rome, brother. When in Rome.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, lucky for me, the bin was practically empty. So I grabbed the ticket without much fuss and went back to the car. And then we get back to the car, and then those bogans. Fucking Sharon! And the Fred says to me again, "Welcome to Tassie, bro." Oh, fuck, it was funny. Yeah, then we had an hour and a half trip back to Red's joint, and we were just fucking talking and shit. It was so good.
Yeah.
And the food, the gaming, the coffees, the hanging out, the desserts. Jesus Christ, Red.
The purse.
Yeah. So, you got me on the booze too. I had quite a few beers on, I think it was the Friday night, and oh man, it was so good. Really good time.
Weeksy.
I met Weeksy as well.
The Adonis of a man.
He's a good-looking young lad.
Told ya.
Got a mouth and a temper on him, but geez, he's a good-looking young man. A very humbled young fella though. He's only early 20s, and he's a really good bloke, and I think he's wise beyond his years. That bloke.
Good guy. I couldn't have said it any better myself.
Yeah, no, real good guy, and I've had the pleasure of spending a couple of hours with him, so that was really cool too. But we saw Age of Ultron while we were down there as well. We went to the cinemas and paid our half-price tickets because it's in a part of the world that just shit isn't expensive yet.
Yeah, what was it, 13?
How much for a movie ticket?
$16.
Yeah, it was about $5.
You gotta pay $4 to get one for $16.
Yeah, that's it. It cost about $5 extra than it would here in Sydney for me to buy both mine and Red's ticket.
Yeah, that's right. You picked that up. I picked lunch up.
Yeah.
So we're pushing each other out of the way to do the courteous thing.
Yeah, man. But no.
I should have just kept untying my shoelace.
Oh, but yeah, man. It was a sensational time. And Red, your dog.
You mean?
Mate, take away the disgusting farts every 10 minutes. That's a pretty cool dog.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole family, they fucking loved having you, and yeah, I miss you.
Yeah, got to know you.
I sprayed the deodorant around, and touched the nips a bit, so.
I'm still there. And look, yeah, that was an awesome trip to Tasmania. I've never been there before. I've been there now, and I had a really good time. The weather was pretty good. About 50% of the time, it was nice and sunny and cool. It played ball for us.
You watch football?
I did. I watched a game of AFL. Yeah. And then I found myself wanting to get on Grindr, but I don't know. That's a natural thing when you watch a game like that. But I might have been a little bit suggestive with Weeksy after watching that too. Good looking lad he is.
Oh yeah.
What else can I say about it? My planes didn't crash. That's a top. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. So thanks for that to the airlines that I went on.
We actually got to play some games together on the same couch.
I know. We, what do you call it? Split-screened Borderlands 2.
Yeah, we're both sitting there at 11 p.m. yawning our nuts out on the Saturday night. And it's like, oh, what do you want to do? You want to play something, or you want to chuck a movie on? I'm like, oh, fucking whack on Borderlands, do a couple of side missions and everything like that. 3.5 hours later, fuck, gotta go to bed, man.
Yeah, I know. I was on the nod big time. Doorways weren't safe. Yes.
Alien Isolation.
Oh, Alien Isolation was sick, man. I was so looking forward to watching you play Alien Isolation. That was cool.
I squealed probably twice.
Oh yeah, you were having heart palpitations. I thought I was going to have to call 000, man. The shock.
A bit on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a disgusting game.
You don't play the game plays you.
The following clip was recorded without Red's knowledge and contains a lot of very poor language. Enjoy.
Need somewhere to fucking hide! Oh, what? I thought this is where I had to go. Oh, no!
No, where you picked up that thing and it was broken.
Oh, down underneath.
Yeah. That's that level done. Hunt begins.
What'd you call the last hour?
How you feeling?
No, not good.
I told you,
I've got like a pinpoint headache here and a real tight part in my chest here.
I told you, man.
How fucked is it? It's addictive.
I'm gutted that I can't play it.
Fucking run, go for it. I don't. He obviously isn't here then. But yeah, that's. Well, hey, Meg.
Hello, my name's Ripley, Amanda Ripley. I need your help.
Please take a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
Oh, it's an Android.
Yeah.
I wonder seat sizes in the tech race.
Samsung.
Fuck! Oh, it did just appear. Oh, cunt. Peekaboo, motherfucker, let me go. Tut, tut. Oh, cunt. Red. Run on the right way. That's okay. We got this.
Remember the before where you went back and saved?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, man! Yeah, he fucking heard it, man. Oh, cunt. Haven't seen that one yet. Smoke. That's fucked.
Yeah, man.
I just fucking
Yeah.
Come and get it!
I'm over here in case you didn't know. Yeah. Sure. Do you have that, Sean?
Oh, I borrowed it off you for a while, and it was, I couldn't really do it. It was, I'm just like, no, I'm sick and tired of fucking hiding from this thing. Took me 3 hours to see the fucking alien, and now it's stalking me, and nah.
Yeah,
It's a bit gay, isn't it? I'm sitting there going, this is a bit gay, bro.
Yeah.
I think its biggest downfall is also its biggest success.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I absolutely I think the game is fantastic. The graphics are really nice when you're in game, and it runs really well and all that sort of stuff. But it's just way too tense. It just, I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack after 30 minutes of play. So it's really a victim of its own success, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I played Don Bradman cricket.
Hey, got a win too.
And I won my first match by 1 run.
Got 1 trophy, so
I got
you can't
1.
delete it now.
Yeah, that's it. It gave me a fucking trophy, so I can't get rid of it. You know what? It's actually not a bad game. I really did think that it was going to be sluggish and clunky compared to what it actually is. It actually plays really good. And although it does have a lot of technical bits to it that you can easily just fucking ignore that shit and just play it for what it is. And
absolutely.
It's not a bad, I still don't think it's $99 worth, but if that's ever on sale, I'll probably buy something else instead, but I'd consider it. It's not terrible. So if there's any cricket enthusiasts, give it a go, man. Because if you are half the cricket enthusiast that Red is, you'll probably get a fair bit out of it.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat X, Red and I played a bit of that. I didn't really play it too much with you, Red, but I played it enough to realise that with a little bit more practice, you will annihilate me. But even saying that as well, I do actually think that you've now played it more than me.
Yeah, probably. I'm almost level 30 now.
Yeah, you smashed it. Whereas I can't get that much time out of it. I mean, I played Injustice a lot,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'll have another crack at it and put a bit more time into it and see if I can get better. But I can't see the longevity from it that some people will get.
Well, look, I've done all the living towers now. I've won a faction war with the Linkway. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to max out, because I like how it gives you your daily objectives. You got 3 different daily objectives which determine your overall contribution to the faction war.
Yeah.
So I'll get that to level 50, one of them, not all of them, and then I'll put it back in the mail and send it back up, and you boys do the same thing. And I think that's basically all the game has to offer as far as a unique experience, because you're just going to go do the same thing with the other factions. You know, the story can be played once or multiple times. Obviously, just hit a new game, but you play it once, you played it 100 times, sort of thing, and then so. I do appreciate that the whole rotation of the living towers, how they change. There's an hourly one, a daily one, and a weekly one. They're really cool. But
I like the daily towers as well. That the living towers, when you're playing it as well, like there'll be different little things that happen in it. Like you played the seesaw one.
Yeah. If I could test your might.
Yeah.
And then fucking there's snow drop or ice dropping down the freezer, and there's fire that comes up and gets you, and then it's tilting to its fucking moon.
Just let me Raiden's left electricity around, and
I think that one's called Test Your Luck, isn't it?
Oh, Test Your Luck. That's much better. Yeah, Test Your Might's when you do the fucking whole judo chop down on the...
Yeah.
Mashing buttons.
I actually finished that once.
What's that? Oh, I've done about 4 of them.
Yeah.
I've not tried that at all yet.
No, they're in the living towers, bro. You have to hook them up.
Yeah.
Have a smash on those. But yeah, as I said, I very much appreciate what you left me with. Alien Isolation. You left me with Mortal Kombat. You brought back those couple of games that I sent up to you a while ago, and so yeah, I'm going to smash out a bit more MKX. What else? Alien Isolation. I promised you I'd stream a few times.
Yeah, because I want to watch that stuff. It's really entertaining watching people shit their pants.
So I'll get that up and cranking as well.
On the plane down to Tasmania, I gave a game called Dungeon Hunter Alliance a go on the PlayStation Vita. That's a cool game, man. That's a console game. That's at least a last-gen game on a handheld. It's actually really quite good. You
can get it on PS3.
Yeah, you can actually. It's basically Diablo, and it also has 4-person co-op on the Vita. I'm not 100% sure if it's cross-play with the PS3 or anything like that, but you can definitely play multiplayer on it, which is really cool. And she's not easy. She's a hard game to play, and you're picking up all the loot, better items, better weapons, and all that sort of stuff. It's actually not a bad game. I picked it up for $7, I think it was on sale. So if it's still on sale, grab it. It's a good game for all those Vita players. I tried Monster Bag. That's that PlayStation Plus game for this month.
Oh, okay.
It'll be for last month by the time this airs. But that game's shit, so I didn't play it.
Sorry. That game's shit.
Yeah. I played it just for a little bit, and all I can gather from it is you're a monster, and you hide in the bag or on the back of a person who appears to be just waiting in line, I don't know, for a bus or something, and you need to jump from person to person to make your way down the line. I don't know why, because I didn't play it enough. And you get up to obstacles where you need to work out how to get to the next person without being seen.
No, it's just a puzzler.
Yeah, essentially. Shithouse. I got my loot crate for May, but I'm not going to talk about that too much because Nico is going to do an unboxing video for that, so I don't want to spoil any of that. And also for people listening that might want to that haven't got theirs yet. But I got mine. Actually, one of my items was damaged, and I emailed them saying this is damaged, and you can send them photos as well. And they replied back to me the next day saying, yeah, sorry about that. Really, and actually felt sincere. It wasn't like a robot response. And they said they would send a new one out to me ASAP. And I got an email today saying that it was in the mail. So that's pretty good of them to do that. No mucking around. Lastly, I started playing White Knight today.
And?
That's not what I thought I was getting into.
Okay, but it's still good?
Yeah, it is actually. It's actually quite cool. Its controls are kind of like an old school Resident Evil game with fixed camera angles, right? So you're running around. Like the setting to the game is it's like a 50s noir. Look, well, this is what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be like a murder mystery or something, and you start off and you're driving down the road and you crash because there's this like apparition in the middle of the road and you're like, oh, did I hit somebody or was it a ghost or whatever? Anyway, you're injured from the crash and you make your way to this mansion to try and get help, and that's where the game takes place. And fuck, I had no idea that this game was going to make me shit my pants. It's fucking scary, man. It's not, fuck this, I'm not playing it anymore like Alien Isolation scary, but geez, it makes you jump. And then sometimes you'll be in one of the rooms and you'll be there looking at something and your eyes will wander and you'll go, oh, what's that? Oh, fuck, get out of the room quickly, because there's a fucking thing in the room with you that you need to run away from. But you know what the really funny thing is? Your character, when he notices that there's something in the room with you and you try to run away, he runs like a bitch. Like, his arms flail. Like,
I'm sitting here doing it.
His arms like, oh, fucking get out. Kind of like I would be like in real life if I saw that shit. So it's quite funny. And then he like calms down in the next room because you're safe or whatever. But the weird, cool part about it, that I guess the main sort of mechanic behind it is that, and it's like a play on words with the name as well, White Knight, so white and black. It's all white, black and white. There's no grey, there's no shading, there's no colour. Kind of like the Unfinished Swan. And it all like if you light matches, and that turns everything white and gives you a bit of shadowing, which makes you see things. And then your match will burn out and you have to light another one. The thing that fucking shits me the most, and the only I guess because video games, but there's a box of, it says that there's 40 matches in the box on the table. You can only pick up 12. You're wearing a trench coat. There's got to be 1,000 pockets, liters of space, and you can only carry 12 matches. And then there are certain things and actions that you need to do in the game for the puzzles, which, like one where it requires you to pull a knife out of the wall. And it says, I need 2 hands to do this, so you're going to have to put the match, you put your match out. So you put the match out, and then he goes, I can't do anything, I can't see. I'm like, So anyhow, you work out that you need to turn a light on, an external light. So you get that done, and then what does he do? He pulls the fucking knife out with one hand.
One hand!
What? Why did I do that? But all those things aside, I'm actually enjoying it. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes into it, and I'm enjoying it. I think it's something I'll play through, so I've enjoyed that. But anyway, that brings my week to a close. Red, did you have anything to add?
Only what I've been doing. One thing you did miss, we had 3 games of Hearthstone. Oh, yep. And you aided me in creating some new decks and whatnot. We sit at 2-1. I did get one in there. I also played Hardline with Refremere for a little while just prior to you coming down. Probably the night before, actually, because it was like, I've got to go to bed, and ended up being another hour. And also Assassin's Creed Chronicles.
Oh, yes.
Which you love and adored.
Yeah, not really.
But that's really cool. I'd never really experienced a 2.5D platformer per se, ever. And yeah, it really fits in with the whole Assassin's Creed series, and not the story so much, but like the gameplays, like hiding, stealth. But the way you can like come to the foreground and the background, or you can hide here, you can hide bodies. you can duck in a window, which would just eliminate the wall that was first visual. Then you're inside the room, obviously, until you jump back out. And everything just seemed to work for me. The only thing that I didn't really grasp the concept of too quickly, like I understood what I had to do, I just couldn't do it, was the whole hand-to-hand close quarter, the button to bloody block and jump and attack and not die, because I think you start off with 2 life portions and they're gone in 2 hits and then back to checkpoint. And when some checkpoints are really few and far between, some of them are really close together because you're graded each section on the way you go about it. If you want to know more about that, we have our review up on the page that's slightly more descriptive than me pointing my fingers around the air on a podcast. But yeah, so if you go through and you're like, all right, you hit that checkpoint, like I'll collect the animus shard and open a chest and whatnot, and then make my way over to another section. If you die, you got to collect everything again. It's like, oh, that's you know, like you actually do go out of your way in this, like in Strider. You got to go out of your way to collect things. Though the big difference between this and Strider, because I really did enjoy Strider also, that's why I bring it up, is you do you sync your viewpoint, and that unlocks the whole map. It's not like you've got to go scribble out the grey areas by actually being there, if you know what I mean. It's not an exploration sort of a thing. It just opens it all up for you. And the view on the map is very much reminiscent of the AC Unity app, the companion app. It was very like grey graph sort of style. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I want to do another couple of playthroughs on it. But as I've just informed you, Luke, before the start of the day, I've got 1 trophy to go on Borderlands 2 for a platinum, so that's probably going to take precedence over anything else for the next 10-15 hours. And yeah, that's my week. I was very humbled to have you here, and you kept saying, oh, I appreciate your hospitality. It's like, dude, I work in hospitality. It's all I know how to do. Just let me
That's all I'm good at. I better be fucking good at it.
Lucas, do you mind if I have a couple of pieces of toast? It's like, do you want me to get them for you? It's your house, man. You can if you want, but I've got no houses in Jordan. Oh, I'll get you toast. You want crumpets? You want chocolate on it? Would you like some cream with it?
I had to buy an extra ticket for the way home.
Oh, fuck. Everything had butter or cream in it, man.
Yeah.
I promised.
4 days.
Yeah. Very humbled and very much looking forward to having a somewhat similar opportunity with yourself, Sean, whether it be here or EB Expo, because as everyone that's around local and going to the EB Expo, you'll be able to come up and say good day to me and push me in the guts, and I'll go.
The only thing is, when you stay here, my wife cooks, so you're not going to be eating anything nice.
Anything nice.
We'll get takeaway one night, so you can at least be fed.
I'm not that hard up. Just can't fuck up Vegemite on toast.
I don't know. She did fuck up 2-minute noodles.
Oh, well, you sent your lovely wife sent down, I was going to say she, but she is a cat's mother, and that's not respectful enough, sent down the box of cookies, like the Pac-Man cookies and the Ghost cookies and everything like that. And it's like, oh, I'm not much of a cookie person, man. You know, I'll offer the kids one, you have one, you give one to the missus. And then it got down to the last one, I was like, what? I should pay the respects and I should have one myself so I can comment if I'm ever pop quizzed on it. I took a bite out of this Pac-Man cookie and I turned over and went, fuck, man, that's fucking gay. And you're like, what? And I go, I gave too many to the kids. They were really good.
They were good cookies, man. I had a few of them myself.
Yeah, man, it was sick. So you had cookies and Toblerone, and I had cream and butter and alcohol. Just perfect mix.
Lovely. All right, yeah. I think we've yacked on enough, unless you had something to add there.
Nah, my bad.
All right, man. Sean.
I've been playing. I'm so left out.
I'd act to follow, maybe.
Yeah. And on to the news. I've been playing more Shadow of Ronin on the Vita. Just
Ninjago,
that pirate game. Zombie Army Trilogy. I had a bit of a shit week, and I'm like, what do I want to do? I just want to shoot thing, so I went on and started playing Zombie Army Trilogy just by myself, and it is an arsehole of a game by yourself.
Yeah.
And, yeah, but it was still good fun, just mutilating zombies and mowing them down and yeah, all that. Actually went up to a mate's house on Saturday night, and it was quite cool. We were playing Guitar Hero, but we couldn't get the guitar to hook up to the PS3, so we hooked it up to the PS2, and the guitar wouldn't hook up again, so we just hooked up the drum kit and the microphone, and we were belting out Guitar Hero just on the drums and the microphone, so that was pretty cool. And he got, for Christmas, a friend of mine got a Walking Dead game, and he actually has a shotgun with the pump action on it and it hooks into the TV via RC cables.
What, just the controller, the gun plugs into?
Yeah, the gun hooks straight into the TV, and it was like the old Big Buck Hunter and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it was a Walking Dead one with zombies and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, it was. It was good enough to try and play, but you couldn't configure it correctly. So when you were looking down the sights of the gun, the actual bullets were shooting 20 centimeters on the other side of the screen, and yeah,
it was meant for a rear projected 32 centimeter TV.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there going, "How the fuck did we used to play games like this? Like seriously, it was like a nostalgia time, like Guitar Hero on the PS2, like." Looking at that and like squinting at the screen to read the stuff because you couldn't see it. Graphics are built for like a 52 centimeter TV, like the CRTs and that. And but yeah, that's about it with mine. And I've just been Ollie, been playing a fair bit of that too.
Just feel for the Xbox players; they're still playing like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but and Ollie. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah, you were a bit stressed out the other night.
Oh shit! But you know what?
It's a bad game.
Yeah, you play fuck, restart. Play fuck, restart. And you finally get through to the end of the level. You don't clear anything because you've just tried your best to get through to the end of the level.
Yeah.
But
the saving grace is you restart, and within a second of hitting restart, you are restarting, same as Trials Fusion, shit like that. There's no, even if it was a 3 or 4 second load screen, I think it'd shoot games like that in the foot, you know.
Yeah, that's
but
right. It needs to be like that.
It needs to be repetitive. If it's repetitive, it needs to be accessible, and it is quite accessible. I've played a few different courses on it and understand where it's coming from, but I just keep trying to hit X to Ollie. Like you fucking Tony Hawk, and that does your head in, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like X to land. Like,
X to land. It's like this game is backwards.
Yeah.
It's down to jump, isn't it?
Yeah, you push down to go down, and then you release it to jump. And yeah,
X to land.
Yeah, it is hard to get your head around it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it for me and my gaming week.
All right, well, let's go through this week's news. All right, first up, Batman Arkham Knight, the premium edition has been announced. Now, this is clearly a bee in my bonnet with pricing, but we'll get into that maybe afterwards just quickly, and I wrote a blog about it on our website. But the season pass is priced at $59.95, and the premium edition is $159.90. So that's nicely priced if you are really rich. So the $159.90 version will include the season pass and thankfully the main game. And it's a little bit cheaper for PC. It's $139.90 for PC. There's not a lot of information as to what's going to be contained. What I've got is the Batman Arkham Knight Season Pass will deliver a regular new content for 6 months post-launch, including new story missions, additional supervillains invading Gotham's city, legendary Batmobile skins, advanced challenge maps, alternative character skins, and new drivable racetracks. The Batman Arkham Knight Premium Edition includes the main game and season pass. Oh, that's fantastic. So yeah, look, it's got those things, but it doesn't tell you what. Like, I don't even know if these drivable racetracks are going to be any good. Who knows? That could be even a shit part of the game. It's all uncharted territory, and this stuff here at those pricing, I want to know a little bit more if they want me to shell out that much.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous when it comes to pricing like that. But in saying that, it's going to be pretty cool to be able to drive around Gotham in the old school Batmobile dressed as Adam West.
Well, are you suggesting that is a possibility?
It could be a possibility. If they're saying like Batmobile skins and Batman skins and that, you could have the old school.
Well, yeah. Probably. But do you, like, that's really an aesthetic. It's not going to be any different to the way the game plays. Is $60 a fair price for extra story? And when they say extra story, there's not going to be a new map, I would imagine. It doesn't say anything about new maps. It just says new story missions. So it's just going to be another fetch mission within the area that you've already got. This is just all speculation. And there might be there's additional supervillains. So they're going to, chuck out there. You'll probably have, I don't know, Bane or something turn up or whatever. But I don't see $60 worth of value there.
I don't see $60 worth of value in a season pass for any fucking game.
Well, yes, that is another point which I 100% agree with. But if I'm paying an extra $60,
you want another game?
That's if it's a $100 game, then that's 60% of the price of the full game.
Meh.
You'd want at least 60% of what you got the first time round, and that doesn't sound like 60%. That sounds like 15 or 20. I think that's heavily overpriced. I think that should be a $30.
Yeah, and you know what? Traditionally, with the Batman games, like I played the Batman games to death, and they have enough in them.
Yeah, they're large games
to be solid games. I really hope that they aren't sacrificing content from the main game to be able to put into these.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's not a 6-hour campaign with 10 side missions.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But
because that's where people are really going to start getting their beads in their bonnet with the gaming companies and that, because it is a ridiculous amount of money. And on top of that, if they're going to be doing these season passes and they're going to bring them out like that, they best be able to have an option where I can go in and go, you know what, I don't want all the skins. I don't want all the bullshit with it. You know what, I might want a few more side missions to do, or the extra villains or something like that there that are going to come in. So, you know what, I might pay extra for that. You know, like the Catwoman missions that were in Arkham City. Like, they were good, and I think they were reasonably priced. I think it was a low, or maybe not even $20. And there was a decent amount of time in them to be able to play through. But, no, I want a bit of choice, you know. I don't want somebody to turn around and say to me, here you go, there's $70 and you get all this, and half of the shit you don't even want.
Well, no doubt they probably will break it up. That's just the season pass that they're advertising to sell it early on. But then, mind you, if you pre-order the season pass with the console, like, are you getting it cheaper? Or is it just going to be the same price as the season pass is all the time? But look, the thing that annoys me most of all is the presumption these days. Because I remember back in the day, DLC started off as an encore to a successful game. You played a game, it was popular, people loved it, we wanted more, they gave you more. Now they're presuming that you're going to want more. What happens if you play the game and it's mediocre, or you've had your fill and you don't want it anymore? You've already paid for it.
Watch Dogs.
Well, that's exactly the same thing that happened with you, and that was a real big letdown as to what the DLC was. That was really, really poor. That's why I don't buy season passes. To each their own. But if I was going to buy a season pass with this little information, it's going to want to be a lot cheaper than $59.95. Overpriced. And this is all coming skeptical from a massive Batman fan. You guys know I love Batman. My pajamas are Batman. I've got T-shirts of Batman. I've got the Batman movies on Blu-ray. I don't have anything on Blu-ray. I've just got that. I'm a Batman fan.
Glasses.
Oh, I got the glasses off you, Red. Those, what did we say they were? 20-year-old Batman glasses?
Yeah, the Batman Forever glasses that McDonald's once had when they used to sell good stuff.
Yeah, that was back in the days when Macca's had cool stuff. That's right. But yeah, so and that's the opinion I have with this. My over exaggerated love can't even be
justify. Yeah.
But anyway, that's the news for that. So who's got the next news?
I'll go. Telltale Games has teased that they're actually having a partnership with Marvel to bring out a game in 2017.
You boy.
So no real more information than that, really. But they said that they've announced it, and 2017 is when it's set to premiere. So
I can speculate
as
to why it's in 2017.
Why is that?
Because the Avengers 3 movie will be split into 2 movies, which has become a bit of a fad lately, and it probably won't. The last movie won't be out until 2017.
Yeah, and they'll probably go, you know what? We're going to release this, and we're going to have it all out, all 5 episodes of this game out, which is going to bridge the 2 movies together, and we're going to have it all out before the movie comes out, and then no, it's not going to happen.
No, it'll be late and delayed because
that's what I reckon. Why it's 2017.
I saw a post on Reddit saying that we can probably rule out Groot being a main character. Could you imagine the options for speech popping up? I am Groot. I am Groot. I are Groot.
I like that.
So, they'd have the ... as well. But I guess that's all we know.
Yeah, but what would you like to see if it wasn't Avengers? Like what?
If it wasn't Avengers?
Yeah.
I would like... I don't know.
X-Men.
Oh, an X-Men one would be alright.
X-Men, sure. I reckon with a Telltale game like that, they'd be able to bridge the gap between like your Wolverine, your Spider-Man, and your Captain America. You know, everyone that's owned by bloody Sony or Columbia Pictures, or they probably might be able to, under the umbrella of Marvel as a game, bring characters all together because it's not actually a blockbuster movie sort of thing with rights left, right, and centre. So I'd love to see, more like the Lego Marvel game. You see, that had everyone in it.
Yeah.
I'd like a Telltale world. I'd buy that. I'd buy a season pass to, or how many ever seasons they bring out, because it's going to be endless. How many stories can they tell from the Marvel universe, you know? But I'd buy that for sure, especially if they can bridge the gap and bring Colossus in and Wolverine or Logan, if you will. Like, that'd be sick. It's an interactive comic book. All the stories are pre-written.
Yeah, they'd just be able to tell a story, but then you go into which kind of was it dimension it's set in? Like what 2099 or fucking Civil War.
But yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a really good idea. The X-Men would be tops.
Yeah, it would be.
All right, Red, give us your news.
Does anyone remember that controversial game called Hatred that we covered here a little while ago?
I think I slightly remember it.
Booyah put a link in the chat between us guys earlier of the new trailer that's been released today. Called Human Shield. Wicked. And it now has a release date for PC being June the 1st this year. So we've got 1 month to wait.
Yes, only on Steam.
Only on Steam, yeah. I'll be playing it.
Will we be able to get it though?
I was just about to say, I don't know, like we'll be able to get it one way or another, but is our Steam... Can you get Hotline Miami 2 on Steam?
I'm just going to...
No, you can't. I remember you go in to buy it. It is on the store, but you go in to buy it. It says, I'm sorry, this is not available for your region. So no, it won't be available for us.
Steam.
You're going to have to use a VPN on Steam, or you're going to have to illegally download it somewhere if you want to play that game.
Yeah, I'll work it out.
It's not even. You can't even search it now in Steam. It won't even pop up.
Okay. There you go. But,
That's gay.
oh, look, I do want to try it, but I'm not overly excited. If I can't get my hands on it, well, I don't really care.
Yeah, you're not missing out on anything that your neighbour is.
It's just going to be the same as a dual stick shooter, but they're not going to be zombies. It's going to be real people running for their lives. It's just going to be violent murdering, which we've all done already in other games in other different mediums, I guess.
After the recording, you should watch that video. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, what it actually does look really, really good.
Yeah.
What chapter did you...
Graphics-wise and all that kind of stuff, but just say subject matter.
Yeah. Or maybe if instead of you had everyone going, no, they modded it so they're going, we could play it.
Yeah, it'd probably be allowed here. Alright, I'm having a listen now. I haven't watched now, sorry. It does look like they put a fair bit of effort into it.
Yeah.
It looks like a decent game for sure.
It's just another game that people will be able to point a finger at for...
Yeah, to blame fucking
Well, like I've always said, like with violent video games or violent movies, they don't create serial killers, they just make them more creative.
Yeah, which makes for a better news article about the movie that you watched the night before.
Exactly.
After that, entertainment.
Exactly.
And if the media didn't glorify it, then fucking it wouldn't exist.
Yeah, no one would know about it. Alright, next article of news. League of Legends gets skins model after championship players. Right, now, it's not very normal for me to be commenting on League of Legends, but I thought it was quite funny because these League of Legends guys, they make the League of Legends, if you don't know, you've had your head under a rock, is a MOBA video, free-to-play video game on PC where there are massive competitions. Massive. What are we talking about here? Millions of dollars in prize money and stuff like that. Now, I thought it would be funny because I know where the champions are in the world. And they're from Korea.
Yep.
And they're making characters based on those characters from the championship winners. And the team's name is, from the Korean League, is Samsung Galaxy White. Did you just say that before, Sean?
Yeah, Samsung White.
Yeah, Samsung White. And their names are, and I thought this was when I first read this is what I thought it was going to be. I thought we're going to have characters named Byeon Shi-hun, Jang Hyung-suk, Gu Sang-bin, Choi In-kyu, Hyo Won-suk, Cho Si-hyung, Jung Gun-hee, and Boy Un-jin.
And a large fried rice things.
From the bin.
Number 70, the special fried rice. But they're actually going to be named after their usernames.
Alias.
Which is a bit nicer, a bit easier to say, because we've got Scatch, Looper, Imp, Dandy, Pawn, Mata, Gun, or is that Gun? Gun, fucking idiot. Gun, and Dade. So yeah, they're naming, and I've had a look at the actual modelled skins, and they actually look really cool. They look heaps better than the current ones. And there was a meme that went around on the internet. Now, I don't know too much about it, but I saw it today in my research. But one of the championship guys, one of the team members was out somewhere and was being interviewed and then just started rolling around in the grass. I don't know if he'd never seen grass before or what the go was, but he was rolling around the grass saying, "The grass is so green, this is amazing." And they've added that in as a celebration animation for one of the characters, for his character. It's pretty cool. The animations are cool too. So, with all that being said and done, I'll probably never see or play any of those characters because I fucking hate League of Legends. So that's all I've got to say about that.
Fuck, for a free-to-play game, it's generated some coin.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the same as that and Dota 2. So like Dota 2 now has a massive, I think that was it $12 million or something was the prize pool for their last World Championships. So
crazy.
Yeah, absolutely massive.
Cool. Anyway, I thought that was funny. They've got their own characters. It's not the first time they've done it, mind you. They've apparently done it for past champions and stuff like that.
The Guitar Hero Live has released 10 of the songs that will be on the upcoming title this
Ooh,
year.
what do we got?
Goody, I haven't seen them yet.
Enter Sandman.
No.
Oh,
No.
good.
No.
Done to death.
Yeah, so we've got good songs like Sing by Ed Sheeran.
Oh,
Yeah. Best Day of My Life by American Authors. What Doesn't Kill You, Jake Bugg. Don't Owe You a Thing, Gary Clark Jr. Asleep at the Wheel, Band of Skulls. Little Talks of Monsters and Men. Cry of Achilles by Alter Bridge. Sounds Like Balloons, Biffy Clyro. Sometimes Blitz Kids, and Under the Pressure, The War on Drugs. And before I read them, I have no idea what any of those songs are.
Fuck. I know the Alter Bridge one, that's it.
Alter Bridge, yeah. That's the only band that I know, really. So.
Oh, guys, can you give me half an hour? I'm going to have to go and pre-order this right. Not!
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked,
Is that
man.
supposed to whet our appetites?
Yeah, supposedly.
It's so pop culture.
Yeah, so if you're a 12-year-old girl, you're probably really excited about this. But
What? And fucking SingStar comes out with Slipknot and Atreyu and fucking Papa Roach and Rage Against the Machine? Fuck me. Sorry, that's a rage, because I'm really looking forward to a new Guitar Hero.
yeah,
You know why?
They had absolutely epic songs on those other Guitar Heroes.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, 80s and 90s prevalent rock tunes, because it's Guitar Hero. It was a whole metal scene. Now it's just this whole first person up on stage wowing the fucking kids. That's right.
Yeah.
Man, do you know where it'll fucking come in? You can buy a Metallica pack for $49.95.
Yeah, and it looks like at the moment that it's not going to be any cartoony or anything like that. It's going to move more towards the SingStar kind of thing, where it will have a film clip playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be two modes. There'll be that first person mode out on stage doing the live gig, and then your multiplayer / fucking quick game will be having your film clip like a fucking karaoke machine.
Yeah, and that's not what I want.
Nah, it's not what I fucking want either. That's actually pissed me off. Which is probably you want a raw reaction on a podcast like this, but
yeah, well, like just looking back at the other ones that they had, like even like the band, was it Rock Band ones that came out? Like I've got all of them, like all the Guitar Heroes, all of the rock bands, and Green Day Rock Band, AC/DC Live, Beatles. I love the Beatles one; it's awesome.
Yeah,
and then just the other ones where you had like Slipknot and Metallica and Guns N' Roses,
Aerosmith,
a Van Halen one. Like really cool stuff. And you know what? Like as we get older, we were the ones that were we were the ones that made Guitar Hero a success, because
we bought it.
We were the first like kind of gamers that went through at our age playing Guitar Hero and that, and it's a big disappointment.
Slap in the face, really. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Because I remember the original Guitar Hero, it was all covers. Remember, because they didn't
Sabbath and because they didn't have the rights. And
they didn't have the rights to any of the music, so they had to do cover versions of the songs and put them on the CD. And then people went, "Oh wow, this is taken off. People really like this." So bands started to throw their music at them, saying, "Oh, I'll put this song on, put this song on."
Zakk Wylde, Tom Morello, fucking Sabbath, or Ozzy
Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne, Slash.
Slash, number 3, wicked.
Well, I guess this is an obvious sign that times they are a-changing.
Oh my god, even if they had that on there, I'd fucking play that.
What about a bit of like Neil Young and stuff on there?
Yeah, nah. Fuck that. That's a bit of a disappointment, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll definitely keep an eye on whatever that's going on. Maybe they might change our minds later on, but at the moment it's a bit bleak. All right, Red.
Right, we've just been talking about League of Legends. I'll bring it back up again. Talking about money in video games, I'll bring it back up again. The TAB has partnered with a US gaming startup company known as Unicron, or Unicran, whatever it is. But the main emphasis behind it is they'll be taking wages on the outcomes of League of Legends and Counter-Strike tournaments.
Doesn't that already happen?
Not in Australia that I know of.
Mm. So the TAB.
Yep, you go down and put a fucking couple of bucks on the jockey with his bum hanging out, and the team from Korea on League.
Oh, okay. No, that doesn't already happen. So you can just pop down there and put the jockey with his bum.
I thought you'd enjoy that.
That fucking killed me when I saw that video. So you pop down. You can have a skewy.
Yeah.
And watch your League of Legends.
Yep.
Wow.
How pissed off are all these old bastards going to be sitting down at the RSL on a Saturday having a punt on? You go, hey, you mind fucking putting the League of Legends on or what?
Well, the PTSD with Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Sean, we should do that one night. Go down and...
I got a fucking bet on this. Come on, Samsung White.
Oh, Samsung Knight's got him by a nose.
Hey, I know that character. That's Choi in Q.
Oh, very good.
Look at him rolling around in the dirt because he loves shit.
But the cool thing is Tabcorp, the owner of the TAB, the chief executive, guess what his name is, just for shits and giggles? David Attenborough.
David Attenborough? Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Now, next up here, we have the League of Legends Championships. Have a look out into the crowd. Virgins everywhere.
And if you don't make a sound...
Try not to make a sound, you'll spook them.
As you can see, this young fellow in the front row here is not quite used to being outside of his room because he's picking his nose and masturbating in public. All a change of habitat.
Oh, fuck.
We should check out which TABs are going to have it play and go down there and have a punt one weekend. That'll be fun. Nice, very good. All right, okay, it's back to me, isn't it?
You mean?
Oh, gotta turn pages. Actually, that'd be a good song. Turn the page.
Turn the page.
Good song. Yeah, Bob Seger.
Doesn't matter who's playing it. I like that song. Anyway, Silent Hills is cancelled.
Oh,
You know what?
good.
I'm all right with that. Because I played PT, and that game can fuck off. Anyway, so there's a couple of things that led towards this eventuating. And Red, I hand this to you. Although that you didn't predict that it would be cancelled, when I was at your house this past weekend, before this was brought to light, you said to me, I can't see that coming out this year.
Yep.
And that was before any of this talk. And I didn't, to be honest with you, I don't know why the fuck you said that. Because it wasn't topical. We weren't discussing it, but you mentioned it. You were like, I can't see that coming out this year. And you're fucking spot on. It's not. And it's not coming out at all.
Next year or the fucking decade after.
That's right. So what we've got is Guillermo del Toro. He's confirmed that, yeah, fucking Toro's the word that I stumble on out of that bloke's name. Anyway, he's confirmed that he's no longer involved in Silent Hills. And we know that Konami has given Hideo Kojima the arts. Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead, he was the one that was going to be the main character, his likeness, has indicated that the project was dead, although it wasn't specified whether or not he was just commenting on rumours. There was also an announcement that the playable trailer, PT, was being removed from the PlayStation Store, although that's likely to do with licensing and things like that, not necessarily...
That's tomorrow night at midnight too, FYI.
Well, a couple of nights ago for people listening.
Yep.
And so there was those couple of little things that sort of led to the speculation, and then an announcement was made. PT is being pulled from the PlayStation Store since it was created as a playable teaser for Silent Hills, but the distribution period and license usage within the demo have now expired. Also, in response to what Del Toro said during the Q&A, Konami is committed to new Silent Hill titles. However, the embryonic Silent Hills project, developed by Guillermo del Toro and featuring the likeness of Norman Reedus, will not be continued. And that was from a Konami representative that was not named. Well, I couldn't find his name anyway. But
You couldn't pronounce it.
yeah, probably. It might have been Hideo, who knows. But yeah, it's squashed, dead, in the bin, and I'm okay with that.
Good. Then they can turn around and make a proper third-person good Silent Hill game.
Yeah, that won't scare the shit off me.
Oh, I'm happy to be fucking jump scared in a Silent Hill game. But I played that PT demo, and you know what? There wasn't one section of it, walking through that hallway, that made me feel like it was Silent Hills.
Oh, it was a completely different game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a scary game.
Yeah.
And I think it was scary because it's a scary type game, and it would be victim of its own success, like Alien Isolation. A brilliant game. I played PT, and I thought it looked beautiful. The most realistic inside of a building that I've seen to date, but I can't play it because it makes me ill. Too scary. Back off a little bit. Back to third person and all that sort of garbage. But anyway, that's just me. I'm sure there's a massive following of people that'll be extremely upset, but that's not me. All right, Sean.
Valve has killed the paid mods. So, they've only been up for a couple of days and they're gone. They just said, you know what, we clearly haven't understood exactly what we were doing on it. Massive backlash from the community, and they've put it to rest now. So, you know what they said, they're not really going to. They're going to investigate it further. You know, I don't think that they fully went into it understanding the current market and what would be able to be done. And yeah, they've just sorry.
Well, just
fair to say they got a better outlook fucking now.
Well, it goes to show that it doesn't matter how much people love you, you will get fucking trodden on the second you make a mistake. And I'm referring to Gabe Newell and Steam being, the golden child, and PC being this higher being. But the second this thing hit and the controversy was unleashed, Reddit exploded with just hate for this new thing. And Gabe Newell, I've never seen anything but love for this bloke because he's this hero. Mate, he got downvotes.
Yeah.
And in Reddit land, that's the equivalent of a thumbs down that doesn't exist in Facebook. He got smashed. They've obviously listened and changed things. Good old U-turn in Microsoft style. For
modders out there that do spend a lot of time building these things, awesome creations that some of them do. You know what? Yes, there should be a platform in which they are able to sell their mods, but doing it through that there where Steam's taking a lot of the cut and doing things like that, I don't think it's...
Well, I said that I wasn't totally against this paid mods thing because I tried to add a couple of mods to Skyrim to try and make it pretty and see how they all did it and that. I couldn't work out how to do it, man. I tried modding a couple of games, actually, and I went into the tutorials after Googling it and all that, and it was very, very daunting. Now, I'm no computer programming guy, but I am very savvy with the computer, and it was daunting for me to the point where I didn't even attempt it because it was opening up files, it was copying things to different places, it was just, it looked like too much. And I thought that with the implementation of these paid mods, with the idea that if something's paid for, it's good quality, and that if I bought a mod for, say, $5, it would install itself and be done for me. So that I kind of welcomed. I thought that would have been quite nice, because then I would feel like they're a bit more accessible for those that aren't all, tech savvy and program savvy on a computer. So that was the one thing that I thought would have been good that come from it, but not anymore. Well, no, they're still on there now. They're just free, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they actually, Valve has refunded the people that actually bought them.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
All right, Red, bring us home with your last news piece.
Treyarch has promised to give some emphasis to the PC version of Black Ops 3, which has probably been the PC medium as far as Call of Duties and whatnot have probably been a little bit more overlooked than the likes of, say, Battlefield and whatnot. But just to quote a couple of things here, it says, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 will feature a field of view slider. See, I just worked that acronym out myself because you taught me that. And also the addition of dedicated servers for all ranked matches. And that's massive. And you know what'll piss off the fanboys like me? Is if they don't have it for console. You know, the servers aren't going to be working as hard because you're dropping a generation of console. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we want dedicated, man. Dedicated servers, region dedicated as well. We need some in Australia, not some off the fucking coast of Taiwan.
So is that confirmed, Red? No Xbox 360 and PS3?
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Wow.
About time.
Was that me? I think I called that, didn't I?
You called it.
I called that.
Well,
yeah.
I think when I agreed, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good thing. Look, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel for my son. He won't be able to play it. Or the zombies part of it on his consoles, but he plays more PS4 than I do, so that's not really an issue.
Your son's also 9 and shouldn't be playing it anyway.
No, I'll slap my fingers and then start the PlayStation. But, yeah, would you like me just to run off the minimum specs for the operating on a
go
PC?
ahead for our PC.
Right, well, what have we got? Windows 7, 64-bit. Intel Core i3 530, 2.93 GHz AMD Phenom, 6 gig of memory, NVIDIA GeForce or the Radeon 1 gig graphics card, DirectX 11 broadband internet connection, and DirectX capable sound card.
Not too taxing.
It doesn't sound taxing.
No.
What you said?
You can beef it massively, but
what's
Intel
the CPU?
i3 530 at 2.93 gigahertz.
It's an i3 530.
Intel Core.
It was like Intel i5 and i7.
Yeah, it's an i3-530.
i3?
Yeah.
Surely an i3 wouldn't run it. I didn't even know there was an i3.
Yeah, or the AMD Phenom.
Yeah, which is the equivalent.
The Athlon, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, it doesn't sound very taxing at all, but I suppose that'd be a minimum, is it?
That is minimum, yeah. So you're probably only talking 60 frames and 900. Just
Well,
buy it on Xbox.
I was going to say that it's running on a Microsoft Windows.
Right.
Had to make it playable. All right,
But
well,
nah, good.
yeah. Oh, I heard something along the lines that the campaign, or there's going to be a co-op thing to it.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of speculation around the co-op section of it, isn't there? I've heard this is the exact same thing I think you're talking about, which is really cool, and there's slightly open world co-op campaign.
Yeah, well, if there was anything that was going to spark my interest more than it is already, and it's not a lot at the moment, it'd be a co-op campaign. I'd buy it day one, if that's the case.
And I'd play campaign up front.
As long as it's not
with you.
3 players.
Oh no, it's not EA.
it's got to be 2 or 4.
2 or 4, I agree.
2 or 4 does sound good, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, that'll be cool. All right, well, that's it for the news. Shall we move on to What's That Sound?
Yes, please.
Let's do it.
Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Okay, all right, so What's That Sound for last week was, I think, a fairly easy one. We had a couple of people win it from the page. We had
Hayden Campbell, Ben Squadrito.
We had Hayden Campbell and Ben Squadrito. Congratulations, champions. And who was it out of you two?
Me!
You, Red. Congratulations. Yes. You are so good at this game with the easy ones.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
There was Sonic the Hedgehog. I know. That was one of the answers, and then it was clarified. That, you reckon that was a typo or a Freudian slip?
Nah, man, that was Scotty for sure.
Lovely. Well, anyway, it was Sonic being hurt and losing his rings from Sonic the Hedgehog. There you go. So congratulations to anyone that got that correct. Congratulations, Red. Congratulations to me for being awesome. Now, for this week, I can't be left out.
No.
For this week, let's see if you guys know what this one is. Ice cream!
I do know.
No, it's not home ice cream.
Oh, it sounds like mist.
Mist.
Yeah. But it's a bell above a door.
Like at the convenience store.
Yeah, the confectionery shop. Yeah, shit like that.
Doo-doo.
Bet you I played this game.
You might have.
Yeah, this one I reckon I have. I've heard that sound before.
Sean, do you know it?
It sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar?
Can you play it again, please?
I can play it again, Sam. That's it. That's it. I'll have a cornetto, thanks. Box of cornettos. You know what I'm talking about. You got home ice cream where you are, Red?
Nope.
It's a square truck that drives around ringing the bell.
Oh, Mr. Whippy.
It's like Mr. Whippy, but it's home ice cream, and they sell you ice creams in boxes of like...
Oh, yeah, we had that on the Gold Coast. I remember when that first came out, actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they ring the bell. Yeah.
Yep. But that sound, I know that sound.
Well, what is it?
Oh, fuck knows.
Well, so you don't know. You don't know the sound.
It's a bell.
Fail. If anybody listening thinks they know what this week's sound is, then send us a message to our Facebook page, and if you are correct, I'll send you a free game in return. Congratulations to everyone again, including me. All right, well, that's what's that sound. Now we're going to go into a new segment called Not So FAQs, or Frequently Asked Questions. Now, what this segment is... Sorry?
Fuck yous.
Fuck yous. No, fuck you. Now, what this segment is, a quick explanation of what it is. Every week we're going to talk about just something that's not commonly known in the video game world, whether it be a fact about a video game or about somebody in a video game or someone that made a video game. Something interesting that's not common knowledge, like I said. This week, Not So FAQs is going to be, who is Michael Mammarell? Now, Sean... we had a chat before in the chat party. You know who he is. Red, you and I know who he is quite well. Now, Michael Mammarell is a non-playable character, an NPC from Borderlands 2. Now, there's a particular story behind who he is and why he came in the game, and that's what I want to talk about today. Now, let me just run through the facts and how it all came to be, and then we'll have a quick discussion, if you will. But Michael Mammarell was a massive fan of the Borderlands game, the original one that came out. Now, unfortunately, Michael died at the age of 22 due to a bout of cancer. So he was quite sick and he died quite early in life. However, not before playing Borderlands and falling in love with it. He had a really good friend by the name of Carlo. And now Carlo contacted Gearbox, who are who created Borderlands, and requested that they record a eulogy for Michael in the voice of Claptrap. Now, if you've played Borderlands or you're around the scene, you'd know who he is. He's that fun, lovable robot with that quirky robot-y voice. And Gearbox agreed. They complied. They thought, okay, that's a heartfelt story. We'll record that eulogy so that it can be played at his funeral. And what I'll do, I've got the eulogy here, so have a listen to this.
Friends, Romans, Pandormen, and or women, lend me your ears. No, seriously, I need like 4 human ears in the next 2 hours, or this guy named Grulio is gonna break my wheels. I come bearing the most grievous of news. The first soldier down. We've lost one of our own. Michael John Mammarell was a fan of Borderlands, and though any words of mine will seem paltry to that of family or friends, I, Claptrap Pete Claptrappington, am humbled and honored to join in the celebration of a life that ended far too soon. The problem with reality is terrible things can happen to good people, and the most we can do is stand by our friends and hope they get better. Sometimes they don't. So I'm going to break character now.
Carlo, everyone at Gearbox was deeply touched by your request to have our silly little robot join you in eulogizing your friend Michael. It means more to us than you'll ever know. And thanks to both of you for allowing us to become even a small part of what was clearly a very special friendship. Our deepest condolences for your loss. Tonight, we raise our glasses to the memory of Michael John Mamarill. Though he may be gone, he will live on forever in the Borderlands.
Wow.
That was a bit touching.
It was, man. That brought tears to my eye the first time I listened to it, and just then listening to it again. Like that, and I got my wife to have a listen to it as well, and I told her the story this afternoon when I was preparing everything for the show. And my wife said to me, well, that's quite good that not everything is about dollars and cents. It's a real touching, heartfelt story. So what Gearbox did is the voice of Claptrap, as you just heard, they recorded that eulogy for Michael, and they also created a character in the game called Michael Mamarill, and he is an NPC that can be found in Borderlands 2 at a random time in a random spot within Sanctuary, which is like your homeworld hub. And if you do manage to find Michael and you go and talk to him, he'll give you some sort of rare loot. So, and at the same time as being in the game, when you do finally meet him and talk to him, it unlocks either an achievement or a trophy, depending on the platform that you're playing it on, which immortalizes this character, this Michael Mamarill, forever on your trophy list, on your achievement list, and also in your video game. And I just think that's an amazing thing. See, a lot of people will play through that, maybe meet Michael in the game, maybe not. And if they do meet him, not actually know what the backstory is or know that there's anything significant to it. But I'm only new to the Borderlands franchise, and I've learnt this, and it was just something that I wanted to share with you guys, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, man. Well done. That's a good way to start off a new segment, eh? It's a bit touching and feeling. It's don't make me fucking cry every week, or I'll can the shit.
That's it. But and that's what I want this segment to be about. Not the sad things, but just that's something that I did.
The important thing. Yeah.
And yeah, it's really amazing when you find out things behind the scenes, because I suppose there are a lot of things in a lot of games that we probably do take for granted just because we don't know. That's what I want this segment to be about, just educating and bring things to the forefront, and for people to listen to this segment and go, oh, wow, I really didn't know that. That's really cool. So they're the not so frequently asked questions.
Yeah. EA would have charged $50 for the eulogy.
Probably. Oh, that's funny.
So actually, it's really good that stuff like this is happening, especially with people that have been really involved in gaming and all that kind of stuff. And I was just looking actually at other memorials that have been put in game. We spoke not long ago about the Skyrim memorial, the push X to pay respects.
Oh yeah.
And so there was that, and then there's like Robin Williams is getting put into World of Warcraft. Leonard Nimoy had a thing put in. They put a character into the Star Wars, Star Trek Online.
Yep.
And so it's good. So
yeah, it's quite nice these things. But the best thing about this one is that Michael Mamarill wasn't
nobody
famous.
I'm not really saying. Yeah, he was.
That's the point I'm trying to make. He wasn't anyone famous. He putting him into the game did not mean that the Borderlands game would be more popular.
Yeah, it wasn't like, hey, look at what we're doing for a famous celebrity that liked our game.
That's right.
It was, look what we're doing for the young bloke that passed away tragically, and he's loved our game.
That's right, and that's what makes that so heartfelt. Is that they obviously there was no financial or any benefit to Gearbox or 2K or whoever you want to talk about. It was they did it just to be legends, just to be good people.
Yeah, there was a thing in World of Warcraft a while ago now, and it was a guy that had passed away in real life, and his whole guild got together to do like a funeral for him in game.
Yeah,
and they went to his favourite fishing spot, and they had like a thing in game, like all of them standing there, and like people were making speeches and all that kind of thing, and the only thing was they did it in a PvP realm.
Yep.
And one of the other guilds that they were constantly battling against came rushing through and annihilated them all. Because they all had like dress robes on and stuff. None of them were geared up or anything. They were in like dress robes at this funeral.
Right.
And this other guild just come through full beefed up with everything and just annihilated.
Well, they might not have known.
No, they knew.
Oh, no.
And,
Sean, were you the head of that other group?
No, I wasn't, but it was just...
Who the fuck made the masks?
Yeah. My wife worked really hard on these. Fuck you guys.
That's what I was thinking too. Oh, that's good. That's good. Anyway, look, that's all I've got for this week's Not So FAQ, and hopefully everybody enjoyed it. But I think it's going to be a pretty cool segment to come.
I enjoyed it, man.
Awesome.
Wonderful. All right, well, as promised, our second new segment, which is only going to be a short one, but it's a new segment called Shout.
Shout! Shout! Let it all out!
Yes, and brought to you by Red, because the reason I'm going to bring it to you is because I put it to Luke himself while he was down here, and I believe there's probably been a bit of conversation between you and Thorncliff letting you know what's going on. But I remember when I
rolled over in bed and went, hey, Luke, what do you reckon about this? Yeah.
But I remember when I first clicked the old like button on Aussie Gamers Express, Aussie Gamers, and started interacting, and it's like, oh well, you got your IGNs, and you've got different bits and pieces of bloody Kotaku and whatnot, all these gaming sites out there that you go on and they post this stuff, and you go into the comment section, you leave a comment, and that's pretty much as far as anything ever goes to those sorts of pages. But you two boys, you got back to me and you spoke to me and treated me like you valued my me following and have partaking in the page. And, so then that led to me listening to the podcast. I'm like, all right, yeah, cool, what's this? And then I constantly found myself shouting at the podcast, knowing the answers, or when someone stumbled on something, it's like, no, man, it was this, or, So there's that built that interaction. And then one day we had a competition on the page, and I donned my skivviest fucking dirty old man look and put my finger in my mouth with an Xbox control.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
And I got a mention on the podcast.
And you had that creepy kid poster in the background.
Oh, I saw that in your house too.
Yeah, and I got a mention on the podcast, and I was really chuffed, and and then a couple of other things happened, and then a WhatsApp sound, I entered into that, and Aaron Button, thanks very much, man, and whatnot for the fellowship. And well, it wasn't long after that the admin application went up, and I'm like, yeah, fucking, I'll throw my hat in the ring, and Luke being his good self gave me a crack, and then look, 12 months later, here I am, fucking talking to you guys on the podcast. But one thing that really stuck with me and I really, really liked was the fact that you guys were humans and you treated us like humans and you respected our fellowship on the page and everything. So I want to turn around now and each week give back and pull out half a dozen names from people that come and have a chat on the stream or are really engaging on the page, and just hope they even get 10% of what I felt when I used to be mentioned. So without further ado, I just want to say a big thank you to Ross Mark, Ben Squadrito, Ashy Burns, my favourite little jockey, Hayden Campbell, Callum Cox, and the comeback of Dano O'Brien back on. He's probably been a bit busy, but he's been a bit prevalent lately. So I just want to say a big thumbs up to everyone, and thanks for chatting with us and engaging and making the page 99% of what it is. The other part's just Luke being good.
Yeah, thank you very much to all those guys. Without you, as a collective, I guess, with everybody else on the page, we wouldn't be doing what we do, because it would be absolutely pointless. But you guys make it what it is, so we do appreciate your interactions and everything you do, and hanging out with us, chatting with us, posting on the page. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Callum's been around for a while as well, hasn't he? He's he's been around for quite a while. So is Dano and Ross, and some
good followers, and it's tops to have them around.
Well, I used to upset Coxie will come every now and again with a few derogatory marks against Xbox or Microsoft in general. But this week he actually had some banter with me, and he could see the light side that I wasn't taking the piss, so that's a special mention. Ben Squadrito's on here as a special mention because he come across to one of my live streams, or our live streams, which I happen to be playing in, and referenced the podcast and said he's passed it on to his mates and everything like that. So
Legend.
Yeah, legend. Hayden Campbell's getting on the actual posts on the page directing you to the podcast, having a bit of a chat on there. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have heard of the game Killing Floor 2, which I've been watching some streams of lately. Wicked game. Bit full on, bit like Hatred, but with monsters. And first person. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing this each week with the blessing of Luke and Thorncliff. So yeah, thanks very much. It means the world to me. It means the world to us, and let's just keep getting better and stronger.
Absolutely. And look, and the way I work with Aussie Gamers Express as well in my personal life, if you stick with me, I will stick with you through thick and thin. So if you're with us for the next 10 years, then I will not forget that, and that will not go lightly. Yeah, absolutely. If you're there, then we will know, and whenever we can, we will always do everything we can to make sure our followers and our fans are not forgotten. All right, well, that being said, that's the end of the podcast. What a fantastic show, and within the time constraints as well.
Wow, we had a lot to cover.
We did have a lot to cover, and we've successfully done it without going over time. So
that's like a blanket on my bed. It's got a lot to cover.
A t-shirt.
I've got a hard on.
Shit, Sean, close the show.
Now that we're out of this week's show, please take the time to like us on Facebook if you haven't. www.facebook.com/AussieGamers2012, or just search Aussie Gamers Express up in the little search bar up there. If you tweet your life away on a daily basis, follow at Aussie Gamers 12, where you can retweet and favourite and follow and do all that kind of neat stuff in the Twitterverse. If Twitch is your thing and you like watching, head on over to Aussie Gamers TV at twitch.tv for some gaming and raging, and you probably this week you'll be able to see Red wet his pants playing Alien Isolation. Stitcher, TuneIn Radio and iTunes, search Aussie Gamers Express and download this podcast directly to the device of your choice. This is the best way to listen to the podcast. You subscribe, it'll download it automatically, it keeps your spot and all the other cool things. YouTube channel is Aussie Gamers Express, search that up, subscribe, comment, all that kind of thing. Head on over to www.aussiegamersexpress.com. That has all our latest news, reviews, all that kind of stuff on there. Subscribe to it, leave comments. You know, if you like what you see, if you don't like what you see, leave comments, and it's just another way for us to interact with you guys as well. PO Box 130, Cranebrook, New South Wales 2749 is where you can send the snail mail to. Do not send pipe bombs or dog poo or anything like that. But yeah, use condoms.
Condoms can go directly to Sean's address.
Yeah. Because I was just about to say, you know, I really don't give a fuck what they send to the PO box because you're the one opening it. Fill it with glitter. All packages need to be filled with glitter, so that when he rips it open, it just explodes everywhere. And yeah, okay, and that's about it.
That's it. That's the show.
That's it.
All right. Well, I'm really hungry because it's dinner time. So on that note, I've been LewkOne.
I've been Thorncliff.
I've been your man Red.
Good job.